What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of the Pursuit of Destiny podcast. It's me, Rickey Jones Jr., and for those that are watching on YouTube, you can already see the guest for today, none other than the oh so great and lovely, Avari Gimmage. See, if you don't know her, y'all gonna find out a lot about her. You're gonna enjoy her story, but more than anything, you'll be able to see ways in which you can live your life of purpose better because of the things she's been through, the things she's experienced, and the things she will look to do that we will ask about as well, right? And the fun thing about this podcast, I'm gonna say it for those that don't know, is that, I'm gonna turn the clock, is that the people that come on do not have any questions provided to them before coming on. I simply say your story is enough to be able to benefit, help, encourage, and inspire others. And so, Avari, how are you doing today?
I'm wonderful, Ricky.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm so excited that you're here, right? I'm going to say it's long overdue. However, in due time.
We here.
That's it. And sometimes that's all that matters. We are here. We are here. And how was your day today? Let's just start there.
You know, my day has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Had a great day at work.
Yeah.
Having a good time with my family. So life is good.
There it is. And the funny thing is, so we're going to get into her story. One of the things, she is a music artist. And so I was about to have a funny moment there, but I'm not going to do it. Talk about, my ability to sing as well. And,
I mean, you've said that on some other podcasts.
I could do a little bit. And the bit that she's able to do is, I'm not going to say totally because of me, but we can say I had a part.
Okay.
We can say I had a part. But nonetheless, she's a singer. Yes. And with that, the funny thing is she doesn't like to be on camera.
I don't.
So please help me, right? I had a guest on last week, none other than Delani, and I get it. She's behind the camera, and she was on front of the camera for the podcast. However, you're in front of the camera while singing. However, you don't like to be in front of the camera. Talking.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a difference.
Okay.
Getting in front of the camera, singing, that's natural. Yes. Natural. But sitting down, talking, expressing, that type of stuff, it's just like nerve-wracking. So
why do you think that, what's the difference? Let me ask that. What is the difference between singing? Now, you did say talking. It's the major thing. However, singing is talking with rhythm and melody. Because you tell me to sing from my natural voice. You see what I'm saying? You see all the cues that I've been listening to.
Yeah.
But I don't like to stay there. I like to get in the heavenlies in my voices. But nonetheless, why do you think? Why is that?
I guess with singing, you already know what's going to happen. Like you already know the verse. You know what the chorus is going to be. When you have to talk, you have to think. You don't know what you're going to say. Gotcha. So it's the unknown, I guess. Okay. Say it that way.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't know what I'm going to say. How it's going to all make sense, if it makes sense. But with a song, you already know. Chorus is this, verse is this, hook is this. And now I'm just embellishing, having a good old time.
Okay.
So it's a little different.
And knowing you're a believer, right? So to give your resume, you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a believer of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We work together at The Truth. Yeah. And like I said, you're a music artist recording many albums, right? And a part of multiple groups. I'll say it that way. I could say many groups, but multiple groups. And you've done all those things, right? And so now you're at the point in life where, let me ask you this: what point in all of your endeavors are you at in life?
What point? I mean, I'm still all of those things. Still mother, still wife, still musician, artist. Still working on music and singles and all that type of stuff. But definitely tapping into some other areas as well. Okay. Like writing books is definitely on the to-do list.
I didn't know.
Yeah. And I'm actually a certified organizer.
What does that mean? A certified organizer? Like there's a school for this?
I went to school for it. Went to classes, got my certificate. So that is definitely on the horizon. I love doing that. Just helping people bring organization to chaos.
Yes.
And so helping people purge and organize and all that good stuff. But those are the things that I'm starting to branch towards too. Of course, mentoring as well.
Okay.
But yeah, just.
Now, when you say organize, you mean like physical things as far as like homes and things, or like agendas, calendar, your everyday life? Oh, wow.
Yeah, both.
Oh, that's
so,
fun.
I'm getting ready to slide into that arena along with still doing music and things like that. But yeah, absolutely. All those things.
Man, see, I wasn't even going to drive down that way. However, the question came up, and now I see why. God is still good. And even to that point of God still being good, the point that I wanted to see and explain and express is that how you say, singing, you already know what to expect. You know the song, you know the tempo, you rehearse it, you know it.
Right.
However, when speaking, there is the unknown, right? But knowing that we're both believers, we have Holy Spirit on the inside of the both of us. So how do you allow for the guide, right? That being of the person of Holy Spirit. How do you allow the guide to guide you in the unknowns? Yeah.
Well, it's first understanding that, of course, we know in the Word of God, it says his thoughts are higher than our thoughts. His ways are higher than our ways.
Yeah.
So if I go in with that idea that, his thoughts are higher, then if he's instructing me to do something, it's obviously because he knows more than me. So me leaning on him puts me in a place of humility and just trust. And so if he's saying, hey, do this, say this, speak like this, then I have to trust that he knows way more than me.
Yeah.
And I just have to submit to that.
Wow.
Because myself be like, no, not doing it.
Yeah.
Not saying it. But if he's leading me, then obviously he's giving me the power to do it.
Right.
And so just trusting that.
Wow. No, I love that. I love that. And it's so true. And it's so good. And knowing that, right? So for some, they may not know. However, today I said that they're going to see the face of the woman behind the social media hit song. Where I don't even know what it's called. It's like, I don't know. Maybe you know the words. A trending song.
Yes.
She Ready, right? The woman behind She Ready is right here, right? Avari's in the building. And the cool thing is, right, this is the part that I was going to show you on the phone.
Oh, God.
And so I was on my phone, I do Facebook and all those different things like that. And it suggests songs for you to do. And look, the second one.
Ooh,
you care about, this was today.
Nice.
Rickey discovered music for your story. She Ready, Avari.
I like it.
And you are the Avari. Like, what was that like to see your song being used, trending on Instagram, Facebook, TikToks, and like, what was that like?
It's crazy because what was funny was I didn't know that it was trending. One of my friends texted me a video of, I think the first person was it's a singer.
Okay.
Oh, I can't remember her name, but it's a famous singer. She posted the song or whatever. My friend sent it to me like, hey girl, blah, 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 blah. So then I went just looking at the audio and realized like people had been using it. I just didn't know it.
Right.
They have been using it for all types of stuff. Wow. Weddings, photos, baby showers. They was using it all over. And so I started looking and seeing all these famous people using it and just different everyday ladies that are using it. So it was crazy. It's still crazy.
It's still crazy.
Because
it's still like a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing.
And people are still using it. And so seeing it crazy caught you off guard, right? Because you've been doing music for how long?
Ooh. Well, I've been singing forever.
Yes.
But professionally, I'll probably say since 2007.
Okay.
And then like 2012 is when I really got serious about it. And been doing it since. But as far as like a worship pastor or worship leader, I've been doing that since 2010.
Nice. So there's levels to it, right? So 2007, you started doing it professionally.
Right.
2010, you became the worship leader, worship pastor.
Yeah.
And till today, right? And
today.
Continuing on. So 2007 till now, how many albums have you recorded? Or let's say it that way.
Yeah.
How many solo albums? Let's start there.
Okay.
How many solo albums do you have?
So I have 2 solo albums.
Yes.
And then I collabed on 2 albums for our church.
Yes.
And I'm featured on several people's albums.
Right.
And many, many singles. And many, many jingles.
Right.
And many, many other just songs after songs after songs after songs that are there.
But I mean, you've done more than 2 groups, right? Because you were in The Truth. And you were in Sound of Truth.
Back that up. So I was once with a group called Sound of Truth, where I did 2 albums for them.
Yeah.
But before that, my first group was True.
There it is.
Shout out,
True.
right? To True. Sound Right Productions.
Sound Right.
Right? I was the only female in the group with 7 other guys, other rappers.
Yeah.
And we had 3 albums. We had our 1, 2, 3, and then we were featured on several other Christian artist albums. So we've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. And was this the first one that like went out like that virally? That's what the word was, viral. Yeah. This was the first one.
The first viral.
Wow. So what? 07 to 23. So that's what, 16 years.
Oh yeah.
Right. And so a lot of people, they want immediate success, right? Yeah. Immediate gratification. How would you speak to those people that maybe are in their first album or they hit their second song and they're like, oh man, why don't anybody know me now? Like, how would you encourage them beyond that point?
I would say when you love what you do, like it really does not matter like how long it takes. And a lot of people, because there are people that do their first single and it goes bananas, right? But when you love what you do, like I don't do it to get the likes. I don't do it for it to go viral. I do it because I want people to be blessed by the message.
Gotcha.
And so if you understand your purpose behind why you're doing the music, you don't care how long it takes or if it blows off immediately, but you're willing to do whatever it takes. You're willing to, sacrifice. You're willing to keep writing. You're willing to post your stuff. You're willing to do those things because you're seeing the people on the other side of it. But I would just encourage you, if you love what you do, and just keep pushing. Somebody gonna see it.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna notice it, even if it doesn't reach the world. God has called all of us to reach somebody.
Yes.
And so if you're doing that, then you have to love that. You have to love that. Maybe it's just that one person that needed to hear that song or that one person that needed to experience that book or whatever it is. You've done your job. So it's coming to love the passion behind just the actual doing of a thing.
Yeah. No, that's good. And I got a question on top of that. How have you handled it when you've put out a song, you put your heart, your soul, your time, your everything in it, like with the idea that this is the one. Like this has to be the one, and it doesn't take off the way you thought it would. How did you handle that?
I mean, you're human, right? Human.
Yeah.
Human.
Hey,
right?
that's it.
You're human.
You see
so you're gonna have you're gonna have those emotions, right? You're human.
Absolutely.
But again, it goes back to what are you passionate about? And you just keep rocking. Like you don't allow this one moment to stop you from what you love. And you just keep pressing. Again, you have to go back to what am I doing this for? And if I keep that in my mindset, then 1 or 2 flops, it's okay. Like it doesn't make me a bad writer. It doesn't make me a bad singer. It doesn't make me a bad artist because my music isn't to the world yet. It's okay, but it's called practicing. Because all you're doing is just shaping and sharpening your craft so that when it does and those opportunities do come to you, you're not looking like an amateur.
Correct.
Like you ready.
Correct.
I've been doing this for many years.
Yeah.
I know one of the things that Pastor Brian always tells us, who's my pastor.
Yep.
Our pastor.
Shouts out to Pastor Brian. We're in the True Ministries.
Is he says to live life like you learn lessons.
Yes.
And so I believe that's a part of just the practice of getting it right, getting it wrong, trying it, not trying it. Like it's just staying in that posture of just practicing it. You'll get better, and when it's for you, it's for you. And so that's what I think. Yeah.
And even in that space, when you have those human moments after the letdown, if you will, or the that period. Who did you talk to? Is there somebody that you would recommend them to talk to or confide in, or would you say they should just pray about it and let it go? Like, what would you suggest for them to do?
Yeah, like, I mean, definitely pray.
Yeah.
Educate yourself because maybe there's something that you miss.
That's good.
I know for the beginning part of my years, I didn't know anything about ASCAP and BMI and registering your music and public. I didn't know anything about that. I'm just making music, having fun. But it's like, girl, if you want these coins, you got to do it.
Put it in.
So you got to read. Sure. You have to educate yourself. You have to surround yourself around people who are at a greater level than you so that you can pull on that knowledge. knowledge. So find a mentor, get a mentor, which there are many of people out there.
Are you one?
I am.
Okay. So we'll make sure contacts are in the description.
Sure. Yeah. And I have people that I reach out to for questions and ideas. And I'm a people watcher. It's kind of weird.
I am too. So it's cool. I love that at the mall.
Yes. So I will go on somebody's page and like look at all the stuff that they're doing, get ideas, thoughts, and stuff like that. But it's all about growing and educating yourself and not allowing a moment to define who you are.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
I dig that. Keep
it going.
I love that. And what type of artist would you consider yourself to be?
That's funny.
You thought about it?
I have. It's hard.
Yeah.
Because I love soul.
Yes.
I love R&B. But I'm like all of that, a worshiper, all mashed into Christian artist.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Yeah. So we're still trying to figure it out. But it's those elements.
Yeah, pop, soul, R&B, soul, worship.
Knowing that you also listen to all types, countries and the y'alls.
Spanish is my favorite.
I was hoping that came out.
Yes. I love
Spanish
music. I love it.
And you understand what they're saying, or you
a little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, Spanish, I love it. That, classical music.
Okay.
And anything theater.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wow. Is it just because it's something different, or you like, what do you love about it?
It's the sound.
Okay.
It's the rhythm. It's the music. I just love Spanish music. Theater. It just when I was in the 5th grade, my teacher, Mr. Levine, he would teach us with classical music on.
Okay.
And so that was my first introduction of that. And so it just kind of, for whatever reason, it calmed me down. It helped me to think. And so I just carried that on through life. So anytime I just need a moment, put my classical music on.
No, I dig that.
If I'm ready to like clean the house or do something, my merengue, my salsa, you know.
Hello.
Celia Cruz. You know what it is? You know?
Nope, don't know it. I might try it out there. No, I dig that. And especially with your husband, right? Being a rapper himself. What type of artist would he say he is, do you think? Because I mean,
he's a rapper.
Right, he's a rapper.
He's a rapper.
I mean, you didn't have to say it like he's like just a rapper. I mean, y'all do so well together, right? And even though I was gonna drive down this lane, however, you know, you got Treasure. It's like one of my faves as far as a song that you've done together, especially like that Broken Crown Still Color, like a Spirit Type Still Ride. You know, it's like, God, dog. And I even asked him, I was like, man, like, where did you get those lyrics? Like, was it over time? He was like, no, same time. Yeah. So like, what is that like to be married to a musician, being a musician? What is that like?
I mean, well, he's kind of retired. That's what he says.
We're not accepting
That's what he says. But wait, not that.
Right. No, like no, like retire from rapping.
Yeah, that's what he keeps saying that.
No, it hurts because he's a performer. Like he can do
amazing.
It. He's amazing. You all are amazing. He's amazing, right? But
so when we first started dating, that's actually what I was attracted to.
Okay.
The fact that he was a rapper, he was hood, and you know.
Yes, he was.
I was a little churchy girl.
You got a bad boy.
Got a little bad boy.
Oh boy, classic church girl. Try to go wild.
You know, it's a little bit. But yeah, that's actually what was like my first, like, oh my God, who's this guy? Seeing him rap was my first time. So, and it was beyond the rap. It was the fact that he was a worshiper.
Yes, he is.
And so I just fell in love with that because I had never seen a guy like so devoted to God in that way before. I've seen guys, you know, go to church, Christians, you know, they were still doing crazy stuff. But for him, he was like really into it. Like he was really a worshiper. His relationship with God was like on point. And so it was like mesmerizing for me.
Oh, wow.
And then I found out he can rap. I was like, wait a minute.
Hello.
Who is this?
Hello. Dual threat. Oh, and then some more, right? Yeah. So, shout out to you, Gavin. You had to bring you in, right? He's actually our executive pastor at our church. Yes. So, shout out to you, my brother, man. Love you dearly. Now, to you, where do you get your inspiration for your music?
Ooh. It varies. Yeah. Sometimes it's what I'm going through. Sometimes it's what other people are going through. And It really varies. Sometimes it's inspired by maybe another song that I've heard, something I'm reading.
Yeah.
Like, it just really depends on where I am in that moment.
Gotcha.
But the music usually kind of tailors where I'm gonna go, or the message. I'll say it that way. What the music is speaking. Because when I listen to music, shout out to my brother 2SC. He's my
Superstar
producer.
Callahan, that's a great man. Also goes through a village for men.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
You know,
All this
that's
it.
Huh?
Everything you need is in the house, is what we say. And it's some dynamic people in our house, right?
Yes.
But yes.
So, depending on how we start a song, most of the time he'll send me music, and I'll just sit with it, soak with it for a little bit. But it's weird because the song actually speaks to me.
Okay.
Like, the music
Okay.
speaks to me. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it just does. And then from there, I begin to pray, and it flows from there. And there's other times where I'll send him a voice memo of an idea or a vibe that I'm getting, and I'll send it to him. He'll create it. But it's weird. But the song actually speaks to me. And I just go from there.
Gotcha. So in a sense where you may get, let's say, 4 beats, and maybe 2 of them speak to you and the other 2 don't. So let's run with the 2 that do. Oh, wow. Wow. That's cool.
Yeah.
And so would you say one of the perks or one of the assets we can say of where you are right now is because you have somebody close to you that's a producer?
Absolutely.
That can immediately send you things and you vibe with and all of that?
Yes. Favor of the Lord.
Yes, because he's amazing.
Because he's amazing and he's right here. And we have just a really, really dope relationship. Like, he just gets me.
Yes.
Like, anybody that he works with, he gets.
Yeah.
But I'm a little biased.
Okay.
But he just gets me.
And you can be. Hello.
Okay. And we've always made really good music together.
Wow.
Really good music together.
Yeah. And so somebody coming into their artistry or into this world, and they may not have such a connection that you have with your producer, what would you recommend for them as they're going along their journey?
Just like I said, do some research. Don't settle as you are exploring different producers, because you have some producers that really don't have the person's best interest at heart. They're just looking for a check. And you want to eliminate those type of producers. But you want to find somebody that understands you, that gets your craft, and that really wants to work with you. Because I've been with some producers who they had an idea of what they wanted me to be, and it's just like, that ain't sitting with me. And then you're frustrated. Y'all going back and forth, spending undue money, wasting time, wasting resources. It's like, if you knew from the jump. And I think what I always tell people too, before you even go into a production, sit down and have a meeting with that producer. Y'all share what your visions are, so you all come to a knowledge, and then start on whatever project you want to start on. But do your research. Do your research. There's some really dope producers out there, but you just have to do your research and know what you really desire.
And so I got 2 questions, right? Not left. No. I have many more left, but in the realm of inspiration, right? Because oftentimes artists are seeking, right? I've heard of artists having writer's block and such things as that.
For sure.
And so you have had years of experience, and so I'm working myself into the question, right? And so you've had years of experience, and you had the viral, song, and you've had others that did not go viral, right? And so what was a song, if you could think of one, give me a song that, or I can pick a song, but give me a song that you can share the inspiration behind it. And I have a song that I was curious about, if you can't think of a song.
Curious about? I have.
So you have a hit. You have a hit, a recent hit that a lot of people like. Okay. Giants.
Yes.
People love Giants.
Yes.
If you heard the song, you will love it too, right? Make sure we put links in the description for the song.
Yes.
What was the inspiration behind Giants?
Okay, so Giants is a moment that I was having where I felt overwhelmed by life, right? I felt like there was so many things just pulling for my attention. I'm a mom, children pulling for me, my husband's pulling for me, friends are pulling, people that I mentor are pulling at work. It was just, oh my God. Like, is anybody seeing me?
Okay.
Is anybody just seeing that your sister is about to fall? Like, she is about to cave. Is anybody seeing what's happening right now? And so I wanted to write a song for those people who just feel like you're always the one, the strong one, always having to be the one to carry everybody else, and you're not feeling like you have anybody to
pour into you.
Pour into you.
Yeah.
And so it was I would even say I was probably in a very depressed state of mind when I wrote that. Not a depressed state of mind. I was in depression on my way out.
Yeah.
And God gave me this song as a way to come out. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely for those people who just feel like the weight of the world's on your shoulders and you don't know exactly what to do. And at the end of the song is just simply talking about the love of God being your strength. And understanding, these things may come, but you have to release those things and understand that God sees you. Yeah. If nobody else does, God definitely sees you, and there's a way.
Wow. And so knowing the source, right, or the inspiration behind the song, that one specifically,
right,
and when people connect to it, do you feel the need to then minister to them after, or like, what do you think when they connect with it? Do you think, oh man, this person is maybe going through depression right now, or like, does it register to you like that, or like, how does that work as an artist?
And most of the time they will tell me. Like, I've had several people come up to me every time I minister songs, say, man, I've really been going through, and this song has been my answer. I was going through mental health. I was getting ready. This one girl actually told me I was getting ready to commit suicide, and I heard this song and it helped me. Stuff happening in a marriage, I listened to this song and it helped. So most of the time when people are coming to me is because it's exactly what they needed to get them out. And I know that's why, or that's the purpose of my music, is to help people to see beyond their reality. Is what it's called. And so all the songs that I write is from that standpoint of, I'm going to meet you right where you are. Yeah. Because I get it. We're going to talk about all these feelings, these emotions that you're happening, but I just want to help you see that there is another side. Yeah. There is a light at the end of this. Keep living. Keep seeking the Father. There is an out. I'm going to be right here with you in this little moment because I get it. But there's out. And you just have to want it. You got to keep pressing it. So that's what all my music, if you listen to all my music, it's all that same way. It's the same setup. Okay. Talk about what is, how you feeling. But then there is a solution, and it's God.
And so it's usually like that in the beginning, and then the end. So Mahogany Doors, it's in the beginning, and then the solution. And okay, I'm gonna go back and listen to hear that flow, and then even for that, I guess, middle song that's you know making that transition, that shift. Okay. That give me something fun to be attentive to. I was just listening to the song. Right. Like, oh, here comes, here go the shift. Here go the solution, Yeah. We there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so you then had the hit viral song, She Ready, right? And as we talked about, the one that went across social media in a blaze, right? And so what was the inspiration behind that song?
So that song came about at one of our women's conferences, I believe. Okay. Women's conference or a women's event at our church. And I think it was a conference. And I can't remember which one it was. I want to say it was like Ignite the Fire. One of them. Yes. The women's event.
We have amazing women's conferences, so it could have came from any one of them.
Any one of them.
Destroy the Boss, Reset.
But yeah, it was inspired by just She Ready. And because I wanted to write a song because most of the time when you hear songs for women, it's about just empowerment of, I am woman, hear me roar, I'm this, right?
I'm every woman.
I'm every woman.
Yes.
Which is great.
Yes.
You know, I love those empowerment songs, but I was like, man, we need a song to where you are being the encouragement for another woman. Okay. And so the song is really the person looking at another young lady saying, she ready. Like, she that one. Okay. Like, she that boss. And I'm so in awe of what she is that, hey, ooh la la, let's go. So it's supposed to be another woman encouraging the next woman. So a lot of the videos that you see that people are using it is because of they're encouraging another lady. So yeah. So yes, isn't she ready for you too?
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be an encouragement for another sister.
You're identifying who's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap.
She ready.
She ready. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Oh, just look at her glow. Yes, she's standing up tall, confident, and bold.
I get it now. That is good. I didn't realize that was in there, but now that you're saying it, confident and bold, right? Okay. And so in the midst of that, right, and even seeing the reactions and the interactions with She Ready, right? Do you, and how are you as far as like, when people interact with your things, knowing that it was birthed out of you, it's like a baby, right? Essentially, how does that feel when people interact with the music that you create?
It's crazy. Like, it just, it blesses me. Like, it blesses me to the core. Because, again, you're always asking yourself, am I making impact?
Okay.
You're always wondering, man, am I doing anything in this world that is making a difference?
Yes,
and
that is so
when people, you know, say, man, this song helped me or whatever, it just makes it almost, it just helps you go further. It just helps you say, you know what, we in this, I can push a little bit harder. I can go a little bit further. But it's a blessing. It's a blessing to see those moments. It's a blessing to get the letters from people.
Wow, you getting fan mail?
What?
Oh, that's dope.
I've gotten...
What address? Well,
all types.
Okay.
Like the one that always sticks in my mind, that was a young girl who, again, was on her last leg, and she was ready to like end it all. She was like, I was ready to just take my life, be done with it, because I got this going on, I got that going on. And I was listening to your music, and she said, I sat there and I cried the whole album. Wow. And she's like, I got my deliverance. Like, I felt so free knowing like somebody understands me, like somebody hears me, they get me, and this song is like touching me right where I need it. So those moments be like, oh God.
Yes. Tears on the paper.
What? It's like crazy. Or the messages, the DMs I get from, I mean, it's crazy. From married women, single women. It's beyond amazing.
Wow. Well, I'm going to say, and I don't think I've ever told you, my favorite song that you have, that I've heard, right? Because I haven't heard all your music. I will say that. My favorite one is He's Real to Me. Like, I got goosebumps just saying it, right? Love that. So I be singing that bad boy every time I hear it.
I can almost hear you singing it too. My God.
You want to do a remix, let your boy know. You know what I'm saying? But that's my favorite one. And I even challenge those that are listening to, as we put the various albums on in the description, to find your favorite song, right? Even knowing the message and the journey that you'll take with the albums, it'll bless you. It'll benefit you. So why not do it? Yeah. And then let us know. Let her know, what is your favorite song that Avari has, right? And so that'll be a blessing.
You know what's crazy? One of my favorite songs that a lot of people don't even know.
Okay.
Because it's like, it's not really like a full song. It was a jingle.
Okay.
It's Beautiful Tapestry that I wrote for our missions trip to Africa.
Yep. Kenya, Africa. Yep.
One of my favorite songs.
Wow. Yeah. That one's fun.
It's my favorite song.
And it was like, I'm trying to go through my mind for the words. And it was just like a chorus, right?
It was a verse, chorus, and all, but it's not like a full out song. But yeah, that's one of mine. Like,
wow. I'm gonna have to find it. I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna drop it, because we did do a video for it on YouTube. So I'll find that and put it in the description as well. Okay. So you can even see where her favorite is as we are finding our favorites, right? And so essentially, boom, there's the artist side. We touched on the wife side, but then there's also flip that bad boy, we're gonna keep going,
you know, you gotta let this thing,
because you are a beautiful tapestry that we are reading, right? And that your husband Gamage gets to experience. However, he got it, he gave me an amen, and that's what matters. And so you're also a mom.
Yes.
How is that? let's start there. How is being a mom? You have 2 great kids, right? The lovely London and the adventurous Riley.
Yes.
And comical Riley, who's grown into his own. The beautiful thing about Riley is that he's 9 years old.
Yes, he is.
He was born on the same day my wife and I became one. And so we're connected in that. We both were born on the same day. And so how is that, being a mom amongst all that you do? But what is it like being a mom to them?
I mean, that's the greatest. That's the greatest achievement, if you want to say it that way, of life. When you can look at somebody that you gave life to and birth to. Yeah. And then just see them growing and developing into their own. Like it's amazing. Wow. Like I'll take that over anything.
Wow. Yeah.
I'll take it over anything.
Wow.
But yeah.
Okay.
It's been great.
Yeah. And knowing them personally, we'll start with London.
Yeah.
Okay. London is, they say a triple threat because, whatever, singing, acting, dancing.
All of
But the girl has more threats, right? And because she has personality, she has character, she has Holy Spirit within her, right? Like she has so many intangibles that triple threat doesn't do her any justice. Yeah. What is it like raising, we're using the word right now, creative, right? Yeah. What is it like raising somebody that has so many talents? And I'm gonna start there. What is it like raising?
It's fun. It's adventurous.
Okay.
Because you definitely have to be on your P's and Q's.
Okay.
Because of how intelligent she is. Yes. Which I knew that from birth. Like, God told me her name was London. He said her name's going to be wisdom beyond her years. So we knew.
So London means wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah. Nice. We knew that was going to be a thing. But then to actually see it activated, it's like,
Yes.
Okay. She keeps us very alert.
Okay. Because
she's very inquisitive. Like she wants to know everything. And if you don't tell her, she gonna go search it and find it. And she gonna come back, Mommy. So I was reading. I saw on the. So it's like we gotta always be ready. So ready.
Yes. Because so she got to be ready.
She got to be ready. But no, it's fun. Yeah. She is every bit of me, which is crazy. Like she's my inner me. Because I know people say, don't say you're an introvert.
Right. But I am too. No, I get it.
But she is my inner, like.
Yeah. Because she's not an introvert.
Not at all. She definitely has her dad's personality.
Yeah. But he also calls himself an introvert. So I get it.
Don't listen to him.
Yeah, no. We're both connected in that respect. Others may say,
you say you're
1,000%.
Okay, let's
end this right now. Just as he would say he is. No, I love being by myself. But the God in me calls me out to be with others and for others.
But how does that make you an introvert?
Because once I'm back home, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, Cameron says that too.
I'm exhausted. And Lord knows, like, I just want to be by myself. You know what I'm saying? Get home from a full day. I just want to be by myself. I'm okay with the kids, right? I'm okay with the kids because they're like little me. So there's that. But we're here for you. We're here for you. You're an introvert. She's the extroverted side, but she's like you. She's a singer, right? Yes. She just performed at her school, right? Which is a school that my kids went to, and did the leading role, Matilda, right? What was that like, seeing your daughter on the big stage, right?
I know, it was great. Like, it was heartwarming, right? So I was sitting there watching her, just tearing up. So I'm like, man, I didn't have none of that type of confidence when I was with her age. Yeah. None. I ran from the stage. Wow. Like, don't ask me to do anything. I don't want to sing, act, talk, nothing. Like, that's not my thing. Okay. But to see her so bold in her. Yeah. Right? She don't back down from anything. And just to see her confidence. And what I love about London is, yes, she's confident about who she is, but she's always willing to bring everybody else around her up too. Oh, wow. And so she's in the back. Come on, guys, we can do this. We got this. We this. Like, she's always encouraging people to just be themselves and be their best. Yes. And I love that about her. And I know she definitely got that from me and her father, but I believe that came all from God too. From God too. Yeah. But it's just always, I'm amazed, right? Yeah. Just sitting back watching my children just develop into who God created them to be. Yeah. And so I do my best to not try to instill like my fears on them, but allow them to explore, because I believe that the Holy Spirit is in them too. Absolutely. And I believe that He's speaking to them as well. Correct. And so we're always big on just just helping them to hear and guiding them. But no, if you feel like it's what God's telling you to do, then go.
Right,
like if you feel like God's telling you to try for this thing, go.
Yeah.
And let's see.
Right.
And so I love it because even when she got the part, she's like, Mommy, see, I got it. We prayed about it. I was like, that's right, girl. We prayed about this thing and you got that role.
Yeah.
And so just watching them grow has been amazing and still is amazing.
Oh, that's beautiful. And so here's my thought on parenting, right?
Yeah.
As parents, we should expect and look forward to our kids going beyond where we've
absolutely
arrived to,
absolutely.
right? We're platforms for them to springboard away from or onto, right? Onto wherever God has for them.
Right.
And so with that mindset, and it sounds like you are agreeing with that, what are some, knowing that you're not instilling fear, right? What are some things that you're like that foundation for specifically for London?
Wait, say that one more time. The foundation of like what
she will do going forward, right? So even in the midst of the wanting to do the part, well, let's pray about it, and we're gonna believe together,
right?
And so I know that side, but then I also know the other side of it, specifically with Matilda, is that she had parts to learn, right? And so making sure she was able to go to practice and learn her parts, but then also not be so hard on herself if she didn't hit the exact notes and things the way she wanted to. But all of those are characteristics, traits that you have,
right?
And so like, do you ever think, maybe that's a better question, do you ever think about things that you've developed and learned in life to say, okay, let me make sure she gets this, let me make sure she gets that, and if so, what are like one or two of them? Yeah,
and most of it, before I answer that part, most of what she has developed is what she's watched me do.
That's it.
And so I'm always very careful about what I'm doing around her and how I do certain things, because she picks it up and she do it 10 times.
Yes, that's the truth.
More than what I do. So if I'm hard on myself about something, I know I have to be very mindful, because sooner or later I'm gonna hear her in the room. Oh, I didn't get it. Mommy, I didn't get it. I'm like, okay, nope. So I'm always careful about when I'm doing certain things, do it in a way that she's going to be able to see it and be able to replicate that in a healthy way.
Positively, right.
But she's really good. Like, she's a self-motivator.
Okay.
So I'm always on her. Like for Matilda, I was sharing with her, I was like, London, you got this great opportunity. Your teachers really saw something in you to allow you to be the lead role in this. It's like, you have to take that serious. Like, don't just feel like, oh, this is just my school play. And, it's just a fleeting little fun thing. Absolutely. Enjoy yourself.
Yes.
But while you're doing that, understand, like, this could have been somebody else. Like, somebody else could have got this opportunity, but you did. So what are you going to do with that? Are you going to take the time to practice? Are you going to make sure that you're at your best? So that I always teach them to be grateful for every opportunity. And so if somebody is giving that to you, then in your position of gratitude, there are things you need to do. Be on time. Make sure you're prepared. Make sure when you come that you have a good attitude, that you're, doing what you're supposed to do, but that comes from a place of thankfulness. Thank you for giving me this part. And so those are kind of the things, but most of the stuff is just me modeling it before her.
I love that.
And she take that thing and she runs with it. But she's a very disciplined person. When she wants something, she goes hard.
No, I love that. And you answered the question multiple ways, right? And you answered the next question by answering that, because what I was really getting to that you answered is, as a parent, we model, and as the model that we are, our kids will follow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so, boom, answer that. But then on the other end, what you did say is that you're teaching her professionalism, right? And I think that goes so far. Because how old is she now?
10, about to be 11.
About to be 11 years old.
Yeah.
Already learning the art of being professional and having professional ways and traits and things like that, and that's going to take her beyond, right? If it's art that she does or anything else that she ends up
doing,
which
is crazy, because if you ask her,
I don't want to bring
Ricky
it up.
knows it.
Yeah.
If you ask London, hey baby, what do you want to be in life? I want to be a police officer. Okay.
What I need to find is a musical.
Let's go.
Where the leading role is a police officer, and I'm gonna send it to her, because triple threat isn't enough.
Listen,
there's more
my
threats
girl.
that she has. She can dance.
Yeah.
She can sing. She can act. And she has the other intangibles.
She can. But we are parents that cultivate the gifts. Whatever bent they go.
Some parents steer.
Oh yeah, some people.
And it turns out well.
For sure.
But I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, if she was mine.
She's been definitely saying that for a long time. And we always ask, okay, what is it about being a police officer? She said she wants to help people. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's take that route.
Work in that pocket. Yeah.
And figure out, how this thing gonna mold and clay together. But the other day she was like, I was thinking about the lawyer, because she watches CSI.
Yes, loves it.
Shout out to her nana.
I was about to say,
So they watch CSI, so she's always thinking about, the criminal. So I got these games now where we have to do criminal investigation.
Because they're a game family.
Yes, we're a game family.
Yes.
So I forgot what it's called, like criminal files investigation or whatever, where you have this whole file with pictures and you got to figure out who murdered who and figure out who was in the room. And it's a whole situation.
So next level, like Sherlock Holmes type situation.
It's a situation.
Okay.
And so we did a game last month and she went bananas. She was all in there. It's as if she was a detective.
Yes.
She got the pictures going. She reading, highlight.
Actor. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It was a thing.
Yeah, but no, you can see that
we definitely, cultivating all of them.
Yeah.
Because we don't know. She may get to 20 and be like, I just want to be a painter. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's what God is telling you to do. But that's what we teach them.
Yes.
What is God telling you?
Nice.
And let's go towards what that is that He's showing you.
Yeah.
And explore, like have fun.
That's
enjoy
true. It's a big world.
Life. And I even tell her too, I'm like, hey, because we talk about college, even though she's only 11, we still talk about college.
Yeah.
I'm like, explore the world.
Yeah.
You don't have to go right into college. And I know that may be against some people's parents' beliefs
That's
or
all
whatever.
Right. You're sharing your story.
But go explore.
Yeah.
See different places.
Yeah.
And then make a decision. If you don't know, like for sure, what it is God is saying for you to do, don't feel like you have to follow this rubric of, I got to go to college. I got to do this. No. Get out of Florida, first of all.
Nice. Okay.
Go explore. Go see the world.
Yeah.
And then if, however the Lord leads you, then just follow what He says. And so we are trying to push that into them even now. It's like whatever God is telling you to do, do it.
Right.
Be confident in what He's saying, no matter what it is, and no matter what we think. If it's what God is telling you to do, then do it.
Yeah.
And so it's fun watching it. It's a great journey because she all of this singing, acting, dancing, police officer. Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the table. It's okay.
And here's the thing. It just hit me, and I'm not gonna say it's God, but I'm connected to Him.
There we go.
We know a guy that also had police officer dreams. However, he matriculated through the NBA, won many championships.
My God.
Did many things, business owner galore, and then later in life became a police officer. And I'm speaking and referencing none other than Shaquille O'Neal. And so maybe there's that on the back end. Maybe that's what I need to do. God just gave you,
we're creative.
Correct.
So
it's not just one talent.
It's not just one thing.
Absolutely.
And we get so boxed in with time.
Yes, right.
I gotta be this by this age.
Correct.
I gotta accomplish this.
No, that's good.
Just flow with whatever the Holy Spirit is telling you to do.
Yep.
And that is what makes life fun.
Yes.
And enjoyable. You're not locked into
satisfied.
And satisfied.
Yeah.
Just enjoy life.
Right. And another thing, which satisfied is our word for the year at the truth, right? Again, shouts out to our church again. But then even with that, Pastor Brian says, like, hear and do.
Yes.
Right? To your point, we hear what God is saying through the voice of Holy Spirit, and we do just that. And if we need more clarity, we just ask, right? And the Bible says those who ask, they will receive. Those who seek will find.
Right.
And there's the knock and answer. However, flow.
Yeah.
Flow. And so
too, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
A lot of times we don't understand like the connection points of those things. Like I can remember at one point when I first started, I was in like junior high, I started working at our church's preschool because I love children and I thought I was going to be a pediatrician all my life.
Yes.
Love kids. So I worked in worked at our daycare, our preschool, our schools. So I'm just thinking, okay, I'm just getting little trainings here and there. And I remember one day it was like, oh, we want you to be our worship leader at the church. For what? I've never told anybody that I wanted to sing or be on anybody's stage, right?
So you weren't singing prior to that moment?
No.
Oh, wow. I thought you were singing already.
In our youth ministry under an awesome man by Pastor Adrian McCrae, who taught me so much about being a leader and serving people. And we were doing, at that time, Sound Right.
Yes.
But I wasn't like
so you were singing in
Well, yeah, we were singing in Sound Right.
Okay.
But I wasn't trying to do anything outside of that.
Okay.
But then, once I became on staff with the... as a worship pastor, then I got an assignment. Hey, we want you to do events. So I did that for like a year. Out of the blue. We need you to help with events.
Yes.
Okay. But then I'm learning events and learning, oh man, I do actually like to organize. I like to do this and I like to do this. And it's like, oh, I actually enjoy doing this type of stuff. And then now I'm certified as an organizer.
Yes.
So it's like we get so caught up in thinking like it's one way in which we're going to be blessed or one way that God has for us, but everything is connected. And it's about who you're becoming through those things. Not necessarily the task. You may learn a skill, but it's who are you becoming along the way through all of these things. And I have to say, like, my leadership has developed through all of being a preschool teacher, being a worship pastor, doing events. It's just trained me to be who I am today, to be a mentor, to be a mom, to be a motivator, whatever that may be. But it's like, don't get so focused on the doing of the thing that you don't understand who you're becoming in the process. So that's, more important.
No, I dig that. And that mentor part I'm going to tap into before the very end. However, no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because I still have battery juice.
I don't think it's moving.
No, I still have battery, so I mean,
I don't see no
we
sand.
still have opportunity. However, you've been worship pastoring for how long? I forgot.
Since 2010.
Since 2010, 13 years now.
The first and only, which is crazy.
At the church. First and only worship pastor at our church. Still. Ever. Wow.
Crazy.
Some things you just got to soak on. That's amazing. Like, you're up there where there's like the first founder ever, right? Like, some things are just ever.
Crazy.
Wow. So what was that like? What was that like, knowing how, as you shared, how it became and knowing what you were doing to now, what you're currently doing? Like, what has that been like over these 13 years?
Oh, man.
Because I know you've seen people come and go.
Absolutely.
Right? So what is that like, dealing with the people that you're serving and the emotions of people that you come in contact with, the stories of people's lives that you're getting because you're their leader, you're their worship pastor.
Right.
Like, how is that?
Yeah. It's it's life-changing. It's when I started as they used to call it worship leader, not worship pastor. But when I started,
you're right, Pastor Avari.
Okay,
let me clear myself
fine.
up. No,
fine, guys.
Pastor Avari. She let me know.
Avari.
She said it's a worship pastor. Yes, Pastor Avari. How was it? Or how is it?
It's awesome, right?
Yeah.
It has its days, just like anything else,
Absolutely.
just like any other position. But again, when you love what you do, when you're passionate about what you do, you understand all the ebbs and flows of it. But again, it's people.
Yes.
And so that's always been on the forefront of my mind. It's about people. And so no matter if I was making schedules, if I'm sitting and talking to somebody because they got an issue with something, if it was we doing songs, it didn't matter. It's like the people on the other side of this, what do they need?
Wow.
Who do I need to be for them so that they can excel and do what they need to do? And so that's how I lead. Like, I don't lead like the position of I'm worship pastor, look at me and everybody mind me. It's like, nah, how can I support you to be better? How can I push you? How can I be here to help you to grow your relationship with God? And so that's always been my motivation. It's like helping people to see God for real. No matter, again, what the assignment is. Those are going to come and go. But it's the people that I know God has called me to reach. A part of, again, just me mentoring. And I, which is crazy, years and years and years ago, this guy prophesied over my life that I would be a mentor to millions of girls.
Wow.
He said people will call you mother.
Wow.
And I ran from that for a long time. I was like, I'm about to call you no mama. I'm 22.
Okay, hello. You feel old as a mom. Right.
22. But then when I sat back and like really thought about it, I'm like, you know what I do? A lot of girls say they see me as a mother figure, or auntie figure, or whatever, because of just the nurturing part of me.
Yes.
And so I've embraced it. And I know, again, it doesn't matter which title I have, worship leader, creator, whatever. Like, Pastor. I know a part of who I am is a nurturer.
Okay.
And so I just take that assignment and run with it. That's beyond, again, the task of things. Yes. My assignment is nurturer.
Wow.
Encourager.
Yeah.
Motivator. That's who I am.
Yeah.
So no matter where you put me, that's what I'm going to be.
Wow.
Music,
just as Jesus was, right?
That's what it is.
Though he was God in the flesh, right? He still took the time to wash the feet of those that followed him.
And that doesn't mean that it doesn't get hard. It doesn't mean that people don't misuse you. Doesn't mean people doesn't misunderstand you. Doesn't mean that people take your integrity and think something different. Like you're gonna have that, and you're gonna have your moments where you're upset. You're gonna have your moments where you're disappointed. That's going to happen, but you have to get back to purpose. You have to get back to what I've been called to do.
Yeah.
Let me get focused on what God you're saying to me now. Yeah. If that means I have to adjust, I'll adjust. If that means I have to change, I'll change. Yeah. If that means I have to forgive, I have to forgive. Yeah. Whatever that means, I'm open to that because it's greater than me. And I can't be, I refuse to be a stumbling block for anybody. Yeah. You know, I refuse to be in that spot to where people can't see Christ because of me. Yes. Because of whatever I got going on in my own self. It's like, no, Avari, get out the way. I'm like Pastor Paul used to always say that invisible pastor. It's like, Avari, you need to be invisible. Yeah. All you're doing is just point people back to Christ. That's your job. Point them back, get them back. That's it. Yeah. And once you've done your job, release. Yeah. And that's something I had to learn because because I love people and I want people to succeed so bad. Yes. Like I would hold on forever. Yeah. Trying to walk you through, just get it, please. And you step in that line, now you trying to be me. Back up. Yes. Once you've done what I told you to do, release. And that's probably been one of the hardest lessons I've learned in this position of you got to release some people sometimes. And that's hard. Yes. Because you care a lot. Correct. And I don't just do Tuesdays and Sundays with people. I always tell people when they join our ministry or join our collective worship now, we're doing life together. So they call me any time of day, any time of morning, any time of night. Literally. And I have to be ready for all of them. Yeah. Right? All levels of life, all walks of life. I have to be ready for all of them. But it just helps me to strengthen my relationship with God because I never want to. I was actually telling one of the ladies the other day because she texted me a message that she was going through something and she was waiting for me to respond and I hadn't responded. And so I had to share with her. I was like, well, I never want to just be talking just to be talking. I never want to just say something to you just to be saying it. Yes. So I be praying. Like every time y'all text me about something going on in your life, I pray before I respond because I don't want anything to be emotional. Yep. Or you come back and say, well, Avari said, yes. And it's like, nah, this is what God is telling me. Now you can take it and go and do what you want to do it, but that's what God is telling me to say to you. Do what you may. But it helps, just strengthening my relationship allows me to be a better servant to people. Yeah. No, that's good. And even knowing how at the church, we're in the flow of duplicating yourself, right? And so somebody watching. Yeah. That may be aspiring or are currently a worship leader or is currently a worship leader at their church, what would be the main thing that you would encourage for them to have, to do, or to possess? Ew. You said it, right? But if we were to bottle it up into a word, a phrase, or a sentence, what would it be that you would look for it in the person that you're duplicating or you would advise for the next person? Well, what was told to me when I first started was, which is crazy because Pastor Brian's talking about it now, but live out of your fellowship. There it is. And it was Brother Bill Edwards. Wow. It's like, Avari, life's gonna do this and you're gonna get a lot of stuff happening. He's like, but don't forget your relationship with God. Wow. Spend time with him every day. And so for the first year of me being a worship leader, I would go into the office. I would lock myself in the office for an hour and just sit there.
Wow.
Like, Lord, what we doing?
We here.
Hello. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
So what we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, give me the words, give me what to say, how to do this thing, because I have no idea what I'm doing here. And I guarantee every time I left that moment of worship and prayer, I had something.
Wow.
Something.
Yep.
And so if I were to tell another worship leader, it's like, live out of your fellowship. That is your box.
Yes.
Like that's your bag.
Yes. Yeah.
Is your fellowship with him. Because that's where you're going to have your strength. That's where you're going to get your answers, your source. All of that is in your bag.
But no, I love that. I love that answer because it's pure and it's true. And more than anything, without even attempting, you're even in that answer pointing people to God.
Absolutely.
Right? And what all you said also was that pointing people to God. I'm not your source. I'm a resource. I'm a willing vessel.
Yeah.
However, I'm going to hear from the source, even if I'm responding to you. But more than anything, I'm even pointing you to him when I am speaking to you, because that's where my answer comes from. So that's beautiful. And so to turn it to get personal.
Oh, well, that was already personal.
No. This is personal for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can breathe out. Knowing as a mentor that you talked about and as you were prophesied to and all that good stuff.
Yes.
Knowing as well you were a mentor to my wife.
Yes. Praise the Lord.
Everybody in the sanctuary.
Shout out to you, Chrystle.
To know is to know. You know what I'm saying? You were a mentor to my lovely wife. How many years have you known Chrystle?
Oh my God.
At this point, right? It's 2023 now.
Over 30 years.
Over 30 years.
Over 30 years. Because we joined the ministry the year after it was birthed.
Okay.
It was like 91 is when we joined.
Gotcha.
91, 92, 91. One of them.
Okay.
It was the year after.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've known each other since she was in little tutus.
Wow. Okay.
Tutus.
What was it like mentoring my wife?
Huh? What?
What was it? I think a lot of people want to know.
No, you know.
I want to know. I said personal. I turned the corner and I told you where we was going. It's a personal moment for me. What was it like mentoring my wife? Then wasn't my wife. What was it like mentoring? Or what is it like mentoring Chrystle?
It was adventurous.
I like how you say it with still an ounce of
it was
what's that word? Not like PTSD, but like
no, it was definitely
trauma.
Yeah.
You answer with still a little trauma.
It was.
She took you through some things.
What?
Okay.
My sister, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful journey, right? To see where she is now.
Yes.
To where she was.
God is
the
still alive.
Lord.
God is still good and real.
Okay? Because my sister would call.
Yes.
I would give her advice.
Yes.
Simple as, hey, I think I'm going to go do this. Chrystle, I don't think you should do that because of da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. Next morning, baby, I did it. And What? Okay, it's okay. We're going to work through it. We're going to live through it. Okay. So just do this because, it's what God, okay. Next day, I'm like, okay.
Again.
That wasn't always.
Right.
But it was definitely a.
Yeah, no. She told me of some stories.
It was beautiful. She was probably my first training of being a mentor. She's probably my first.
You're so good because you lead me to my next point, which was what was something that you learned from mentoring Chrystle?
Ooh. I was so young then, though.
Okay. Or is there anything that you learned or experienced with her that you kept and do with others?
Well, it was what I was saying before as far as letting people develop their story.
Okay.
Because I was so like, I just want you to get it.
Yeah.
However I need to hold your hand through it all, like I'm gonna do that.
Yes.
And between her and another one of my mentees, that was my kind of aha moment of Avari. You got to let go a little bit.
Okay.
Like, you can't be one of them hovering mommies where it's like, I just want to protect them.
Yeah.
Which is good because that's how I am with my daughter. Even though I'm super protective of her, but I'm not as like hovering as I was with them. But yeah, I was still learning. Like I was still young.
Okay.
I was still figuring out who I actually was.
Okay.
But she definitely kept me in my word.
Respect. She
kept me on my knees in prayer.
I believe it. Lord knows I believe it.
She kept me laughing.
Okay.
You know, she yeah.
Yes. All of that.
All of that. And still do.
Still does. Oh, that's
still
good.
Does.
Huh.
But it's beautiful now because I get to watch my beautiful niece Rain.
Yes.
Give her the business.
Yes.
And I'm like, yes.
Okay. Oh, now I get to look at Rain differently. Is that what happened?
Is that? Yes. Those beautiful moments that I get.
Yes. I like it.
No, I love my sister.
Yeah. And I love it. I love it. And even as you have been talking through this podcast, what keeps ringing to me is throughout life, it's been indicative that you're ready, right? And so it's cool how you wrote the song She Ready with the intent that it has. However, all that has come your way, it seems, and I'm hearing how you've been ready, right? The things have come and you've been ready for them. The trouble has come and you've been ready to know what to do, even if you felt like you were drowning or depressed for a moment, but you still knew what to do. You knew who your source was.
Absolutely.
You were able to turn make beauty for your ashes, right? With a whole song that touches many through what you were going through. And so that's even cool how even out of life you can create a song and just even knowing how that has been inspirational as far as your life to produce the songs that has been life for others, right? And so that's beautiful. So out of it, we got the fact that you're willing to mentor others, right? You're a mentor to many, millions to come. But even as it pertains to artistry, you're willing to do that as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. And so how can people get in contact with you in that respect?
Yeah, so any of my social medias, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, So Avari Music, you can find me. Find me at Revealing Truth Ministries. I'm there. Tune in on Sundays, you'll see her. There we go. Right. Okay. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the
TikTok.
Church.
TikTok. Do you do TikTok? You sing or you?
Yeah, I just post some videos. Okay. But mainly Instagram and Facebook.
Gotcha.
YouTube.
Okay. Now, I remember on Instagram, specifically, I saw you doing like morning videos and things. Like, what happened with that? Sometimes you have filters. Sometimes you did. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, your girl learning how to do content, okay? She learned it. Okay. That's not what my cup of tea, good. You know. But I'm working on that.
Gotcha.
Doing better at having more content.
Okay. So come time when they see this video and this podcast, they'll be able to catch a flow. I mean, you'll find your rhythm, right? We all have a rhythm. We all have a way. However, when you were putting it out, it was like, okay, here we go, right?
It's coming.
Yeah. One filtered video at a time.
Whatever. My husband hates the filter.
And we had no conversations. And we had no conversations previous to this. I didn't want to put that on there.
He hates it.
Yeah, no, because you don't need it, right?
Why not? It's just fun. It's not. Well, I'm gonna say for me, it's not like I'm putting the filter because I don't let you need it,
right?
I just like it because it's fun.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm not a filter person either, right? I'm not a filter person like for my wife.
Yeah.
Filter, because the next one I'm about to say, makeup, right?
Oh, Lord.
And I'm going to make sure this is talking about her, we're going to talk about me. But so, I can kind of get where he's potentially coming from, right? I don't know his exact points. But nonetheless, as a husband, I get it. And even with that, how long have you all been married?
Ooh, this is going to be coming up on 14 years, but 13.
14 years, 2023. Wow, 14 years. Did it go by fast?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay.
It still feels like 5 years.
Wow. Yeah. Even with the kids, it still feel like 5. Yeah. Time goes by fast.
Oh yeah.
Time goes by fast. Any marital advice you have to give to the people?
I'm big on respect.
Okay.
Like, super big on that. I always tell people who think like, oh, what's your marriage key? It's like, yeah, I love the whole communication things. I think that's important. But if you don't even respect each other, your communication is gonna suck.
Nice.
So to me, it's like I respect this individual, me, my husband. I respect him as the person who can speak into my life, somebody who I trust. I respect him as a man. I respect him as a father. And so when he speaks, I'm not looking at him any kind of way because no, I respect what he's saying. Like I value the wisdom that's in him. I value who he is as a person. So to me, big is respect. Do you even respect this person?
Wow. I love that. And I'm going to open it up at this point. Is there anything you wanted to talk about that we did not talk about?
Nope.
Because you never know. No, I feel like it is. I know that it is.
You know that it is?
I know that it is. I know that there's one thing. I don't know the thing, but I know that there's one thing that you want to talk about that we didn't talk about. And you're like, oh man, I was prepared to talk about
this.
Cool. We'll get it on the next one. Obviously, we're going to be back again with Rickey and Pastor Avari, right? But no, Pastor Avari. However, I did want to end with the what's to come. Okay. And you kind of already shared it with now being a certified organizer. Yeah. And what do you want to do with that?
Definitely building it out to be an actual business.
Nice.
I've already had one client, which was pretty fun.
Nice.
Well, actually 2.
Okay.
I've had 2 clients, but I definitely want to build that out more, get that out there, but really just to help people bring some organization to their chaos.
I love it.
Especially as mothers, because we just got a lot going on. And so just to be able to come and help somebody alleviate a task off their plate, I just want to help.
Okay.
I just want to help people. That's it.
I love that. And knowing that this is Pursuit of Destiny podcast, what do you see or know or believe that your destiny is here on earth?
My destiny is to help people.
I love that. Help people.
Help them to see beyond their reality.
Wow. Help people see beyond their reality. So, great people, if you need that to be your case, right? If you need that to be what you need in life, you know who to go to. None other than Pastor Avari Gamage. You know what I'm saying? She corrected me in the podcast, so you already know why I'm saying what I'm saying. And I might end that saying at the end of this podcast. But at the end of the day, I appreciate you for being here today. I'm sure those that are watching did as well. So many gems, so many nuggets, so many keys that can be used throughout life, right? And whether you're a mom, whether you're a wife, right? Having respect, whether you're an artist, and the list goes on. There has been so many gems dropped. So thank you. She gave you the keys and the tools to be able to be ready for whatever life comes your way, right? And so
she ready and he ready too. Because I know y'all be like, ooh, we don't have a he ready. I be hearing,
not yet.
I be hearing y'all.
Not yet.
I be hearing y'all in the back.
Not yet. We can waken up the retired one to do a he ready remix.
Hello.
Or would it be a remix or
just the he ready edition?
Yeah. The he ready anthem.
There we go. As long as you sing on it.
I will. Have me on, my brother. You know where I'm at. Sean, send the beat. Send the beat to SC. That's all we need is the beat. And get me in the booth. I'll be there, you know what I'm saying? I'll be there on Fridays.
There we go.
He got time. But at the end of the day, great people, I love y'all. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. And yeah, man, don't just live life, but pursue destiny daily. Peace.